Bust out this Jackall Gantarel Jr. Goes Mini Yeet. Go get it, Mini Yeet. There's another one. Look at him following. He's following. Oh, I got one. I caught my first swimbait fish. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome. What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on the video. In this one, we're gonna head out and we're gonna get the first catch on the Jackall Gantarel Jr. That bad boy right there, bluegill heater, and I can't wait to share this footage with you guys. But before we take off and start fishing, if this is your first time watching, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on a mission, trying to hit 100,000 subscribers and obtain that elusive silver play button. I would love to have you guys on board with what we got going on over here. Sub the channel, turn those notification bells on so you catch all my future content. Help us color in the bar and reach that 100K. I put out new fishing videos here all the time, and I would love to have you guys riding with me. We are on a full-blown fishing mission trying to hit 100K, but I can't do it without you. So if you have fun with me out there on the water today, consider subscribing to the channel. Ride with me and let's grow this beast. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed recently. We are ripping our way onwards, so much love. Thank you to you all. But let's get back to the content of this video. We're gonna go out and we're gonna throw the Gantarel Jr. for the first time, and we're actually gonna catch some fish on this thing. Even a surprise catch in this video for you, something a little bit unexpected. But man, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I already love fishing these bigger baits. So much fun to watch them come up and smoke this. I can't wait for you guys to see this footage. Speaking of swim bait fishing, speaking of subscribing to the channel, got a little box here from Tackle Warehouse. Also another package, and guess what? More swim baits in here. They arrived at the perfect time. After being out there on the water today and catching my first bigger swim bait fish, I'm already loving it, and I have plans to hit the water again with these baits really soon. The next video that you see will be an unboxing, and then we'll be back out there on the water throwing these baits some more. So stay tuned, get in where you fit in, you know the deal, heaters only. More swim bait content coming your way really soon. As the cicadas start screaming in the background as per usual. They know when I turn the camera on, man. We just have to deal with it. It's always something with the audio, man. Since they're making a lot of noise, let's just go ahead and finish up the intro and get out there on the water and start fishing. I'm gonna be throwing this Gantarel Jr. on the Lux series 8-foot heavy power, moderate fast action rod, Shimano Tranx 200, 17-pound fluorocarbon line. That was the rig, and I think that's pretty much all I have to go over. I started the day out just trying to put a couple fish in the boat, but eventually I made the adjustment over to the swim bait, and you guys are gonna see what happened next. So much fun. I had a blast out there. I'll be straight up though, we didn't catch a whole lot of fish. Just a few catches in this video, but I believe with these first swim bait catches, it's gonna make a worthwhile video. I'll show you guys a little bit of a real day fishing out there on the water. They all can't be lightning. This is the game of fishing. Sometimes you go out there and just struggle, and you don't always just light them up and catch, 10 plus fish. Sometimes you have a tough day, but then all of a sudden you can make some adjustments and that tough day can turn around and you can do something that you've never done before. Check off another box on that list of things to do out there on the water, and that is what we're gonna do in this one, man. So stay tuned, come along for the ride. We're gonna throw the Gantarel Jr. for the first time, and we're gonna get our first swim bait fish. Let's go. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the on the water portion of the video. Back out here solo in this one. I'm gonna start off with a little bit of top water this morning. It's about 8 a.m. Getting a little bit of a late start, but see if we can put a couple more in the boat here close to home, and then we'll rip off and go fish some different spots, maybe throw some different baits today. The goal, as always, is just to have fun and catch some fish, so thank you for tuning in. Let's get after it. Ultrex, deploy. I said deploy. All right. Been seeing some fish blow up over here. I don't know if it's carp or bass, but started to take off and go somewhere else, and then I realized that the wind was blowing right here onto this point right here by where I launched. So see if I can call a couple up on this catwalk smoke real quick, maybe get us a top water hitter or two, and then we'll go off, try to do some stuff a little bit different today. I know we've been fishing the swim jig and the fluke and the catwalk a lot here lately, Texas rig as well. See if I can make something different happen for you guys as one blows up behind me. Like I said, man, I just wanted to see if I could get a skadoosh real quick before we rip off and go try some different stuff. Might tie on that Gantarel swim bait and throw it around the marinas a little bit. Thank you to everybody for tuning in, and thank you to everybody for helping us hit 14,000. I appreciate you guys riding along with me. All right, I'm gonna shut up, see if we can catch us a fish. Nice. First cast with the TR. I had a feeling they were sitting over there by that boat ramp. Wanted to double back. Boom. I didn't feel a bite, but I felt pressure. He was running with it. First one on the day. Comes on that little Zoom Ultra Vibe Speed Craw with the beads, bullet weight, 6 cents peg stopper. Had it pegged about 2 or 3 inches above the hook. First one on the day, skunk out of the boat. That didn't take long. Made a little adjustment after they weren't hitting the top water. Got us one. Later, dude. See if there's any more over there. See if he's got any fat friends hanging out that want to munch this. Yeah, that didn't take long after I made that adjustment. First cast. No bite. Didn't feel any ticks or bumps or anything. Just felt a little bit of pressure. And then I could tell the bait was moving. So I set the hook and he was there. What's up? We got some ducks here. 4-pack. What's up, quad piece? How y'all doing? Chilling? Say chilling, chilling. I like a good TR bite, man. That's fun. There's something about not being able to see the fish hit it and not know for absolute certain that you have a bite, but then set the hook and find out, yes, that was in fact a fish. That's a good feeling, man. It lets you know you're in tune, doing the right things, paying attention. Got to pay a little bit more attention when you're fishing that TR. That's a good thing. Keep you on top of your game. There he is. Saw him popping right here by the boat. Threw over there into the action. Boom. Little top water hit us. Chill out, buddy. He was popping right out here in open water. Fish number 2 on a day. Just a little yeet. Little dude. Catwalk smoke. All right, we got a couple in the boat now. See if we can get a couple more. Yeah, I think it was right out here in open water, just busting. Decided to throw that catwalk smoke over to him, see if he wanted to hit some top water, and he did. Oh, just had a bite. But I missed him. Oh man, definitely getting bumped there. Pulled my pants down again. Yeah, that's 2 bites there that I missed. That zebra mussel on my hook, that's not gonna help. There's definitely fish over there. So much bait fish right here, man. I don't know if you guys can see all this, hundreds if not thousands of bait fish here in the water. Swimming with the boat practically. I don't know what these guys are out there doing. They're just cutting donuts in the boat out there in the middle. Crazy. There's a bunch of freaking bait fish right here, man. I mean, they're just jumping out of the water everywhere.
Got to be a bass down there wanting to munch, right? I mean, right? Where they at? Come on. Come on, buddy. There he is. I knew there had to be one. Oh, he came on. Just had one blow up on it though. He had it for a second. I knew there had to be some fish over here. So many bait fish. I'll pull those bass up, dude, and finally just have one block it. So many bait fish. I mean, can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but they everywhere down there, man. Fishing the color line, there's a huge point that goes way out into the main part of the lake right here, and I'm just right on the edge of it, chucking this catwalk, trying to call one of them up, find us an eater. Let's go. All right, dudes, a couple blow ups on the top water over here. 2 fish in the boat all day, 1 on the TR, 1 on the catwalk. Not really hitting like I want them to. Definitely hasn't been lightning. So let's go ahead and throw some big swim baits, man. See if we can just get one quality catch on one of our new swim baits that we haven't even caught anything on yet, man. Might as well spend some of the time we got out here trying to entice a big bite, since I'm not really tearing them up on any of the old reliable baits. Let's see if we can make something happen with a swim bait, or maybe just get us a follower. Bunch of bait right here, man. Still a huge bait ball right here. Shimano Tranx 200, 8-foot, heavy power, moderate fast action Lux swim bait rod. See if we can get us a follower. Oh, look at the shad. There's shad here with my shad swim bait. Gizzard shad swimming with my fake gizzard shad. Technically a follower. I don't know if the camera caught that. That was cool. Straight up, dude. I had a gizzard shad swimming with my gizzard shad. Matt Lures boot tail swim bait. Crazy, dude. That was cool, man. At first I thought it was a bass, and then once it got close enough, it was another gizzard shad, like trying to say what's up to my fake gizzard shad. That's pretty cool. Man, I fooled an actual gizzard shad. If I can fool a shad, I can fool a bass, right? Well, the coolest thing I've seen so far was a gizzard shad following my Matt Lures gizzard shad. Pretty cool, dudes. Man, look at the dude in the little dinghy. Get it, mini yeet. All right, I'm gonna go hit this point right here. First, I think I'm gonna spot yeet. Beep. Bust out this Jackall Gantarel Jr. Goes mini yeet. Go get it, mini yeet. It reminds me of those boats you see racing in the swamps. All right, a little bit smaller profile on this guy. Here's a look at the swim bait I'm gonna switch up to. Jackall Gantarel Jr. Here's a little closer look at the swim bait I was throwing. Matt Lures, boot tail shad, gizzard shad, green gizzard, something like that, I think is the color. There's a quick look at that lure. Heater. I had a shad follower with that bad boy. Throw that in the box for now. I'm gonna roll with this little bluegill imitator. See what happens. See if they might want to eat a sunfish. And I'm gonna tie a new knot that I learned called the San Diego Jam. These hooks are sharp. If they touch anything, it is over with. Let's see if I can tie this San Diego Jam clean and mean. Don't want my swim bait to come off. Get a good look at her. It's looking pretty strong to me, dudes. San Diego Jam Band 5000. We'll try that. We're gonna make a little move here. How deep is it? Can I start my main motor? 3 foot. That's a no, Bobby. I don't want to hit a stump. Yeah, I can see the bottom really clearly right here below the boat, and there's trees all around right here. So move out a little bit deeper. and we'll go hit this main lake point with the Gantarel. We'll see what's up, see what happens. Come on, Ultrex, go, 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 ho, ho, ho. Yeah, there's a tree right there. I could have hit that. Be careful, Bobby. Speed, speedy, speedy. I think we're in a safe zone now. Let's pull the motor up, make a little move. Don't forget to strap the rods in, dude. You don't want to lose those. That would suck. All right. Where are we at? 9 feet. Call it good. Come on, beet juice. Let's roll back out here to the main mamma jamma. A little drink of my Zevia, dudes. Fishing a little close to home today. Haven't made any major runs or anything. We're just hanging out. 2 fish in the boat, 4 bites. Missed a couple here on this point on the catwalk. They weren't committing. They weren't committing fully. Had one come off and then had one just swipe at it. So I'm gonna try the Jackall over here on this main lake point. Then there's a bluff wall over there behind us. I know you guys can't see it right now, but it's over there. And then we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully we get an eater on this bluegill imitation. That would be ideal, you know. Go fish the color line with some swim baits. It's 10:15. All right. We're here. It wasn't much of a move. I just wanted to idle around that big point instead of trolling all the way over here. First time throwing the Jackall Gantarel Jr. One more look at that bait. See what happens, dudes. What do you say? It's a little bit different action on this. This is more of a glide bait. The other one is just a regular paddle tail style swim bait where you pretty much just reel it back to the boat and let the tail give it all the action. This one, you know, you can give it some rod twitches, give it some handle cranks, slow, fast, erratic. You kind of dictate the action a little bit more on this thing. I'm trying to get my first swim bait fish, man. My first large profile swim bait fish. Caught plenty fishing on small paddle tail swim baits, but never any like swim baits, you know, where you need a swim bait rod and a heavier reel, heavier line. Bigger stuff, you know, big bait stuff. See what it looks like in the water. But it is a bigger bait than I'm used to throwing. Looks pretty lifelike. Find us an eater who wants this thing. Let's go. All the pleasure boaters are starting to really show up now. Here comes the yachts. I don't know how much time I have, guys. But I've caught some big fish here off of this point, so that's why I picked it. Here comes a massive yacht down the lake that way. I don't know if you guys can see that well on the camera, but he's barreling towards us. Going to be chunking some major wake, probably blowing out the entire shoreline here soon. Shoreline goes from being clear to being muddy and murky when they roll by. Here comes old Dinkster. Get it, little mini yeet. Yeah, I don't know, man. Once that yacht hits, the spot may not be the deal. I don't even know how fast I'm supposed to reel this thing, or if I'm supposed to give it twitches with the rod tip, or give it pops, or if I just reel it steady. I don't know, man. If you guys have any tips for fishing the Jackall Gantarel Jr., I know I have some swim bait fishermen here on the channel. You guys, please let me know in the comments what I should be doing. This is all new to me. You know me, I'm usually fishing like crankbaits, swim jigs, flukes, topwater. Jackall Gantarel, totally new to me. So if you guys have any advice for what kind of action I should be imparting on this thing, how fast I should be reeling, etc. This is a 6.2 to 1 Shimano Tranx 200. And I'm learning as I go. Right here with you guys, man. The yacht gave us some distance. I think we might have got lucky. Here comes the yacht rollers right here, and they're not too bad. I think we might be okay. Pick up that TR. I'm trying to catch some fish for you guys, man. I'm doing everything I can. Normally this is a good little TR spot. I catch some fish over here, fishing the bottom sometimes. So see what happens with this little thing we started the day on. Ultra Vibe Speed Craw. This is real fishing, guys. Hours on the water sometimes with 1 or 2 fish, or no fish even. So I know the videos look like it's just always freaking rainbows and Lucky Charms and pots of gold and hearts, stars, clovers, rainbows, and blue moons. Sometimes it's not, man. Sometimes it's just freaking peas and carrots. It's not always hearts, stars, clovers, rainbows, and blue moons, and lucky charms, and give me my second belt. It's not always a freaking Conor McGregor fight out here, guys. Sometimes it's just two boring fighters hugging up against the cage for 5 rounds, not doing anything. That's kind of what we're experiencing today. Not a lot of action, if you get what I'm saying. So far, nothing doing. All right, I'm gonna roll around a little bit more of this cove with the Jackall, see what happens. Shimano Trank's really smooth on the casting, dudes. That's one remark I have about the Tranks. It is smooth when you cast it. Just barely makes any noise. You can just hear the line coming off the reel. It's a smooth reel, man. Feels nice and sturdy, well built. Not particularly crazy about the color, but that doesn't really matter. The fish can't see the reel. Oh, I see. All right, now I see what kind of twitches I need to be giving this thing. Get a little better look at her there. Oh, I want to get it snagged, which I've just done. Not even gonna put any more sauce on that. Just gonna go over there. Cannot be losing $20 bait. No sir. I think I got her. Went into the rocks. There's a bunch of bluegill over here though, so I'm in the right area. Where's that doggone heater? There it is. Yeah, even the bluegill are swimming with it. Cool. Throw it over here and see what happens. Yeah, that thing looks good though. Now I got the action down. Now I figured this bad boy out. Oh yeah, look at them. I got followers. Guys, I got followers. The 2 bass with it right now. Look at them right here by the boat. Look at them. Can the camera see that? 2 bass. He's right under it. Awesome. 2 bass followed it all the way up to the boat. Didn't commit, but they were with it, dudes. They were with it. Started to get that action down. I figured out how to make this thing look just like a bluegill. And it does look just like a bluegill. There's a fatty. There's another fatty. Look at him right there. Boom, boom. Yeah, there are bass over here, guys. I just gotta get one to commit. Awesome, dude. Actually had some followers. That was cool. And they look like they were thinking about, there's another one. Look at him following. Following, he's following. Dude, he came right up to it. Did you guys see that on the camera? He came right up to it. Looked like he was gonna bite it, but he didn't. Came right up to the boat. Getting some followers over here, man. That is cool, man. That is so cool to see even when they don't eat it. I just gotta figure out like what to do to trigger a strike because they're definitely following it. Looking like they want to take a bite. I've seen some bass over here munching bluegill before. I've seen them swimming around with bluegill hanging out of their mouth. So I know they eat sunfish over here in this cove. That was so freaking cool, dude. See those bass following like that. That was just awesome. I want to get one so bad. Now all those that were here have seen the boat now, but I don't want to run the motor, so I've just been letting it drift. They're definitely following this thing all the way up to the boat. Considering it. They were thinking about it, dude. I could tell. I know what a fish looks like when he's thinking about taking a bite. And that was it. There's one. There's one on it. Look at him. Look at him. Look how big that fish is. Oh my gosh. 2 followers. One of them was a fatty, but I got it too close to the boat. They didn't commit. Dude, that was awesome. When I made that hard twitch right there, I know you guys probably couldn't see those fish, but when I made that hard twitch right there, it looked like the big one was about to commit. Dude. This is so cool, man. I've never done this before. And to see those fish rolling up to the boat like that is so awesome. I'm gonna tilt the camera down just a little bit. Maybe you guys can get eyes on one of these. They were over there, man, and they followed that thing. They were over there and they followed that thing. I want to get one of these guys, dude. This has got me amped up. And I haven't even been nibbled. They didn't even take a bite, they're just following, and this has me amped, dude. Too much fun. Even without catching one yet, I can see why people love this. I can see how you could get really hooked on this kind of fishing. Because seeing them follow the bait like that, I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when I can actually watch one commit and take a bite. That's gonna be so cool. There are definitely bass stacked up in this cove. Because I've seen like 10, all just following this Gantarel. Crazy. I've caught big fish in this cove before, guys, here on the channel, on small baits. So wouldn't it be cool if we could pull a fatty with a big bait? All right, I'm gonna give them a break, take it away from them, let them not see it for a minute. I'm gonna get the second camera back up and running, and I'll be right back with you guys. Yeah, there were some nice fish following this thing too. I mean, a couple 2-pounders, one 3+, almost 4 probably, and then several smaller fish. Yeah, I got my eyes on a bunch of largemouth over here in this pocket with the swim bait. Super cool, man. Got me stoked, Bobby. Oh man, that was not good. Oh, I got one. He came up and smoked it. He came up and smoked it. Swim jig fish. I mean swim bait fish, swim jig. First swim bait fish, guys. He came up and cracked it in super shallow water, and I was almost burning it, practically burning it. First Gantarel Junior fish right there, man, on the swim bait. Yes. I don't know if this is one of the followers or not, but dude, he came up and freaking just chased it down. Boom. Awesome, dude. It was worth staying out here. First swim bait fish, man. Awesome. Not a monster, but he's a decent fish. Yes. Right over there in the super shallows. Yeah, dude. He was like right here. He chased it up here into these rocks. I thought I cast it too shallow, so I just started burning it back to the boat. And I just saw him come out of nowhere, chase it down and hammer it. Too sick, dude. How awesome is that? Later, dude. First ever larger profile swim bait fish right there, man. Let's keep going, see if we can get another one. Gantarel Jr. Got him eaten. Had him tricked, man. Awesome. I'm stoked on that catch, guys. That made the whole trip worth it. I wasn't even like slowly swim baiting it or whatever you want to call it. I was burning that thing through the shallows, and he came up and just cracked it. Like it was so close to getting snagged, I thought, ooh. So I was just reeling it really fast, trying to keep it up above the rocks, and he couldn't resist, man. He smug-walked it. That was so cool, man. First ever swim bait fish, dude. Too cool, man. Too cool. That's why you stay out and keep fishing. Right there, man. You never know when your day could just turn around. Do something you've never done before, man. Awesome. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this video. I know it's been slow, but yeah, this is the way it goes sometimes, man. I didn't know what else to do but to start trying to throw the swim baits on. I'm glad I did. Awesome. Yeah, I was, oop. There's another one. He came up and cracked it right here. Oh, dude, the second swim bait catch is a bluegill. A bluegill on the bluegill. Look at that. Crazy. Dude, second ever swim bait catch is a freaking bluegill. Oh, chill out, bro. Do not get me hooked. That was freaking cool, dude. A sunfish on a sunfish. I think that's a long-eared. Is that a long-eared bluegill? Yeah, he's like one of the long-eared varietals. Awesome, dude. He came up and freaking smug-walked it. I thought it was a bass chasing it. I gave it a little pause. As soon as I did, he came up and cracked it. Pretty fish. I think it's a long-eared sunfish, actually. Let's get back after it. Later, dude. 2 fish on the swim bait. Dude, Jackall Gantarel Jr. Sweet, dude. Speaking of swim baits, man, this is almost perfect timing because I have more swim baits on the way, guys. They're getting delivered today. The next video, gonna be an unboxing, a swim bait unboxing. Stay tuned, coming soon. I put out new videos here all the time, so turn those notification bells on. If you're having fun out here with me on the water, consider sticking around. Catch all my future content. I would love to have you guys riding with me. We're trying to rip our way to 15K, but I can't do it without you, so buy a ticket, take the ride. We're out here throwing swim baits now, man. Just stepped into a new realm. I know I only caught 1 little bass and 1 long-eared sunfish. I'm pretty sure that's what that was on the swim bait. But I am already so super stoked, and I've had so much fun fishing this thing with just those 2 fish so far and the several followers that we had. Too cool, man.
And there that was, guys, the first ever fish on the Gantarel Jr. jointed swim bait, glide bait, whatever you want to call it. Also, a long-eared sunfish, I believe that was. Came up and smoked this bad boy. A little surprise catch, a little bonus biscuit in the video for you. That was so much fun, man. I had so many followers. There were so many fish following this bait up to the boat. And as soon as I saw that they were attracted to this thing, coming up from the depths, checking it out, scoping it out, and riding with it all the way up to the boat, it just motivated me and energized me to just keep throwing it and keep throwing it until I finally got one to eat. And it was so awesome to see that happen. I was practically burning it up shallow when that one ate it. I think it was technically like a reaction strike. He saw this thing running, thought it was a bluegill trying to get away, and just smoked it, man. And it was awesome to watch that fish crush this bigger bait with my own eye blobs, man. It was really cool to see. And then that sunfish chased it all the way up to the boat and smoked it too. Had a bunch of followers, ended up getting 2 fish on it, 1 largemouth bass, but hey, that was the first ever catch on a bigger swim bait for me, and I am hooked. I can't wait to get back out there on the water, throw this bait some more. I'm also gonna be opening up this box right here that has some swim baits, some hot ticket items in here that a lot of people throw. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy watching me open up this, rig these baits up, and then go out there on the water and fish with them. So, like I mentioned earlier, please consider subscribing to the channel so that you catch those videos. It's gonna be a good time, man. I would love to have you guys riding along with me. We're on that mission, trying to get that silver play button. Help me color in the bar. We just filled in the 14K mark, and then it'll be 15, 16, 17, 20, 30, 40. But we can do it, man. We can do it. I will not stop until we get there. Chess, not checkers. This is 9 holes of par 4 golf, not putt-putt. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm not going anywhere. No matter how long it takes us to get there, I will be here putting out new fishing videos for you guys, and I would love to have you riding along with me. As always, I got to give a big shout out to 6th Sense Fishing and Waterland. Waterland makes the sunglasses that you see me wear out there on the water. If I did not have my Waterlands, I would not have been able to see the fish following the bait. Also would not have been able to see the ledges that I was throwing this bait around. The Waterlands really came into play on this mission. If you guys are interested in picking up a really nice pair polarized fishing optics for yourself, waterlandco.com. JR10 at checkout is going to give you a total of 35% off right now while the launch sale is still going on. I don't know how much longer that's going to last, so get in where you fit in. If you're in the market for a nice pair of fishing sunglasses, waterlandco.com. JR10 for the win. You know the deal. And as always, shout outs to 6th Sense Fishing. Big supporters of what we have going on over here on the channel, and I can save you money there as well. JR10 at checkout on 6thsensefishing.com is going to give you 10% off of your entire order. Also, if you're interested in signing up for the best monthly bait subscription service in the game, the Super 6 Sack, JR10 Super 6 is going to give you $10 off your first sack as the cicadas scream with delight at the savings. Additionally, I encourage you guys to go down below the video and read through the video description. Multiple ways to support the channel and save money at the same time down there. Hope you guys enjoyed this swim bait fishing video. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch, and I hope you're all staying safe, sane, and healthy out there in this crazy world we're living in. But I think that's about all I got for you today. Stay tuned for this swim bait unboxing. But that about does it. That about wraps her on up. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and I'll see you on the next one.